Beauty Brands aims to offer customers a lifestyle indulgence. Let's get into an in-depth conversation with Mr. Shalin Balasuriya, co-founder of Ceylon. Welcome to Talking Point.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure is ours as always. Deriving a product range from Ayurveda wisdom, aiming to offer customers a lifestyle of indulgence, certainly requires a brand strategizing. Tell us more about this strategic approach.
So essentially, Ceylon was born in the early 2000s when my brother and I were looking at building a brand that had the legs to go international. So we looked out to the world and we saw two main things. The world was going green, and the other thing was the world was looking for luxury at every point. Luxury was no longer at the top tier. People wanted a sense of luxury across their consumption. So looking at that and looking back into Sri Lanka and looking at Ayurveda and what an amazing resource Ayurveda was, we realized that we could tap into that green revolution by taking Ayurveda in a luxurious form. So we had to take Ayurveda, rebuild it as luxury Ayurveda. And for that we used quite an authentic story about Ayurveda as practiced in the grand palaces of our island. And the story is Ayurveda was in Sri Lanka for a long time, and it was practiced in the palaces, and the palaces had the best ingredients, the best doctors, the best fruits, flowers, minerals, thereby giving you the best Ayurveda. So that's what we wanted to deliver, and we built a brand that had those attributes. And then when it came to the look and feel, as you can see, we brought in everything from our island home, all our culture, all our arts, all our crafts, into creating something quite unique in delivering that wellness and luxury to the consumer.
How does the local market accept this product range? The packing itself is very attractive, truly Sri Lankan. It's a wonderful gift for anyone to gift, especially for someone you wish to hand it over overseas. So how has been the engagement of the local consumers?
See, although we built it very specifically to take outside and be an export product, we knew we had to make it successful in Sri Lanka first. So we knew we had to incubate it here, scale it here, and take it out. So we worked on the local market with it, convincing a top tier local audience to buy local products at that stage was a little difficult. But over the years, what we managed to do
was my question.
Yes. So we had to. The two difficulties. One is getting the top tier locals to admit they were using a local product. The other one to accept Ayurveda as luxury, which was kind of considered something smelly and grungy and so on and so forth. So I think that's where the branding came into play, and how we branded it, how we associated with different events. Even our stores played a huge role, where it gives a sense of luxury, it gives a sense that it's something special. And I'm pleased to say that the local market has embraced it quite well. We've become a brand that people are proud of. Even when locals travel and see it elsewhere, they'll send us pictures with the brand and so on and so forth. So Sri Lanka has embraced Ceylon very, very well 14 years in.
Why should beauty brands expand their advertising campaigns when it comes to proving the credibility and authenticity?
Well, the thing with beauty brands in particular, or brands in general, where do brands live? They live in the hearts and minds of their consumers. And we live in a world where the consumers are bombarded with so many brands from across the world and so many stimuli a day. So building that brand becomes even more important in today's day and age. So the different forms of marketing contribute to really building that brand. And it actually doesn't matter whether you're cosmetic or any other sort of brand really. That brand building, that marketing, being innovative, using the technologies available to you to create that sense of what the brand is in the consumer's hearts and minds, we need to continue to invest in that.
According to global surveys, consumers intend to increase their purchasing when it comes to beauty products as well as on wellness in the upcoming years. How do you see the consumers of Sri Lanka connecting with this viewpoint?
I think what the end of the pandemic saw was an increased awareness of wellness across the world. We are seeing it in so many markets, and an increased awareness of what people were using on a day-to-day basis, be it their food, be it their cosmetics. What they wanted, things that were natural. They understood the importance of living well and good living, and because of that, the consciousness has shifted a lot into people asking what ingredients are in their product, people asking what is the science behind it. So this is a great fit for Spa Ceylon, because the science behind it is Ayurveda, which has a 5,000-year-old rich history. And because the science is derived from, again, good living, Ayurveda is the science of life. It's about creating a balance both internally and externally, and that's how our products are formulated. It's a healing science that we've brought in through different products, where the applications are modern but the science is intact, and that resonates really well with the modern consumer that's looking at a more natural lifestyle moving forward.
What sort of an in-depth analysis or an advice would you like to share when it comes to the professionals who are already in this wellness business, as well as entrepreneurs who wish to get into this industry?
Well, wellness is a really good place to be in right now. But just like any other industry, I think the key is, number one, keep learning. Number two, keep an eye on your consumer. A lot changes in terms of what they're looking for, because the consumer's lifestyles are changing faster than ever before. So keep an eye on the consumer's lifestyle and how your brand fits into it. Look at industry trends. Again, industry trends keep changing so fast. Permitted ingredients, trending ingredients, all that. Incorporate that into your brands. And the big one, make sure your brand is unique. One of the reasons Spa Ceylon's worked so well across the world is the unique offering that Spa Ceylon brings. Not just the Ayurveda, but how we've absorbed the culture of our island into the products. The look, the feel, the smell, everything that interacts with the consumer is very, very different from any other brand out there. So create unique products and experiences, and the world will embrace it.
That is exactly what we would like to wrap up the conversation also with. Think big, think unique, think Sri Lankan. And that's exactly what Mr. Shalin Balasuriya shared with us today on Talking Point, who happens to be the co-founder of Spa Ceylon. Thank you so much for connecting.
Thank you for having me.